Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What I have for today, guys, is an album review video, actually 3 of them. It's from a band called Aquila. It's a local band to me, based out of Hamilton, Ontario. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, so it's pretty close to me. It's a band of one of my actually subscribers. He's the lead singer, Mark. He reached out to me on the channel and asked if he could mail me some of their stuff. So I definitely wanted to check it out and kind of digest it. I got it a couple weeks ago, and I've been listening to it off and on when I have time between my other pickups, and been really enjoying the stuff, and we'll get into each album individually. So a little bit of history on the band very quickly. They formed in 2006, based out of Hamilton, Ontario. They're a metalcore band with some thrash elements and groove metal elements. I do hear some progressive elements in there as well in their later stuff. And they're unsigned at the moment, independent, putting out their own stuff. They have one full-length album that came out in 2009 and called Imperium. I didn't get sent a copy of their one full-length. I think they had no more copies left on Bandcamp. They were sold out. We're going to see if Mark might have a physical copy of CD on that somewhere. He might be able to send to me. I would really like to buy that and kind of have it as well, just to have all their stuff. But he sent me one demo from 2013 and then 2 EPs, one from 2020 and one from 2022. The band members are Matt McGuire on drums, Anthony Rimac on guitar, Matt Chalson on guitar as well, and then Mark Aruda on vocals. He's the guy on my channel who reached out, the vocalist, and then Colin Wackel on bass and backing vocals. So just to get into their discography, the first one he sent me here was a demo from 2013 entitled Valle Mortalitatis. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what it looks like here. It's in a cardboard sleeve. It's got the track listing on the CD, pretty cool. I love the artwork, love his logo as well, and the artwork kind of matches the theme with all the 3 of them. I really like that. They took some time to, pick a good image and get good artwork and a nice logo. Really good stuff on that, Mark. So let's kind of break down the songs. I'll give my couple thoughts I wrote down here when I was kind of listening to it a few times. So the first song, Fear is Poison. I had here melodic guitar intro into a blistering speed. Kind of started off with this really nice lead at the beginning, then really picked up speed and went blasting. Really good vocals. The one thing I found in the vocals in this mix on the CD, I found the vocals to be a little bit behind in the mix, and the guitars kind of drowned out the vocals in some parts. That's one thing I kind of picked up on a couple of songs on this album, or the demo, I should say. I did hear a lot of kind of death elements, like the metalcore, a lot of guttural vocals, a lot of thrashy guitar riffs as well mixed in there. And really good chorusy kind of parts with backing vocals I found on this as well. I said it doesn't ease up. It's really pummeling song all the way through. It doesn't really have a lot of dips and valleys. It just punches you all the way through the song. I really like that as well. And then there's a mid-paced chug at the end, just a really headbanging kind of guitar riff that really got my head moving at the end there. And then a really kind of epic kind of chant at the end of the song to finish it off. Really cool song, super heavy, super aggressive, but had some nice melodic parts mixed in there as well. Really good stuff. And then the second track was called Beast. Had kind of hardcore vibes, and the vocal delivery, the way it had a little bit like a hardcore feel to it. And then it kind of went into guttural vocals later on more so. Super high energy song. I really enjoyed the level of energy on this one. Really nice melodic guitar leads on this song as well, I wrote down. I really enjoyed those as well. Some nice clean vocals near the end of the song, layering with some harsh vocals. Had a nice contrast there, I really like that as well. And the third song was Until We Meet Again. More of a screaming vocal on this one, like a shouting vocal, and then less guttural I noticed, but it sounded really good still. Great vocals, Mark. I really liked your vocals on this, on your material. Really good riffs on this song as well, really solid. Really chugging kind of riffs, carried the music through, really good stuff. There's a spoken word part at one point in this song that kind of really gave it a good dimension, kind of broke up the song in the middle and gave it a little bit of different layer, kind of slowed it down a bit, and then chugged right back into the heaviness. And nice guitar lead outro on this one, really melodic and just kind of slowly took you out of the song. So yeah, just a 3-track song on that. Not too many criticisms on this one. The one thing I said, I noticed on the tracks on this, the vocals in the mix were a little bit behind. The guitars kind of drowned them out at times. But that's one thing I could really think of on this that I didn't like to some degree. Sometimes I was kind of really having to listen for the vocals a little bit more. But a rating out of 10, I'd probably give this a solid 8 out of 10. Really good stuff. Definitely pick it up. And I will list their band's Bandcamp link down in the description as well. So definitely head over there and check out their material and support the band. So that's the first one. And the second one here is the EP from 2020 called the Jewel of the Emperor's Crown. So that's the front there. Again, really cool logo. I love their logo with the bird image on behind it. Nice image here, nice color scheme. And then it's got like the members here and the track listing. And they got like the printed label on the CD, so it looks more professional, nice packaging. It is just a cardboard case, but it's really good stuff. Really liked it. So the first song here was Meaning of Honor. Really chunky riff to open this one out, really headbanging a lot. With a nice kind of layered lead underneath it. Had a like melodic kind of lead underneath, and then like a heavy pounding riff on top. I found the mix was more balanced on this one. Like I said, that's the first thing I noticed. The vocals were more pronounced, and I found the mix on this one to be better than the demo. It might have been just maybe because it's a demo. Maybe the mixing just wasn't as good. A lot of blistering speed on this one as well. This song, a lot of speed on these guys' music. I love it. It's super heavy. And I found that the rhythms in this song to be a little bit chaotic at times. Not necessarily in a bad way, but the riffs would kind of jump from like a chunky riff to like a melodic lead, and then to like this off time signature riff, and then back to a chunky riff. That was kind of all over the place. The song structure wasn't as precise, I guess you could say. It didn't sound bad, but the songwriting, the structure, like I said, was just a little chaotic in terms of the composition, in my opinion. It still sounded really good, but I did kind of pick up on that. It sounded a little bit different there. And then the next song was Haunted, The Sands of Time. Super heavy song, great melodic guitar layering. Again, a spoken word part again, added a good dimension to the song to break it up. Really enjoyed that as well. And I heard a little bit of a symphonic kind of edge to this one with a chunky riff on the foreground. Made it super heavy again, really enjoyed it. Solid vocals as well. Not too much bad things about that song at all. The next one was Glorify. Comes out of the gate flying. I noticed on this one they didn't like lead up to a build up. They just punched you in the face right away. They had a really low end riff, like a really low tone riff that made you make that, the metal stink face, as I call it. You can't help but bang your head and make that face. Really liked it. Super heavy song. Really liked to enjoy that one as well. And the last song on this one was Jewel of the Emperor Crown, which is the title track. Great opening to the song. It's full instrumental, but really fun to listen to. Kind of heavy, but really melodic at the same time. It goes by pretty quick. Super heavy riff 2 minutes into the song. I really enjoyed that riff. Got me headbanging right away. And again, layered with some nice melodic leads. That was an instrumental on that one, which was kind of cool to see them try something a little bit different there without the vocals. So that's it for that one. So for a rating on this one, I actually liked it a little bit better than the first one, a hair. The mix was a little bit better, I found. And I would give this one probably 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Really good stuff, guys. And the last album was The Great Fire. So this one came in a jewel case. Really cool artwork. Love the colors, the fire, the logo, everything really well done. I wish the back would just kind of have the track listing. That would have been sweet. One thing I kind of noticed there. That's a picture of the guys on the inside. And then just the album artwork on the CD again. Really great packaging overall. Great stuff. This is again their latest EP that came out last year. The first one is the title track, The Great Fire. And I have here, 2 minutes in, they had this really filthy riff. I really noticed that I had to even go back and play it again. It really got me that fucking metal face going. Had some progressive elements on this. I find some time signatures on this one were a little bit off. I noticed in a few parts. So that was kind of interesting. They're really kind of working in some progressive elements. The songwriting on this definitely was more mature and more well crafted than the first two, to be honest. There was, like I said, on the one, there was a little bit more, it felt a little chaotic at times. These songs were much more structured, and the songwriting and composition I found to be just a lot better. It was noticeable. I definitely noticed a better songwriting as well as composition. Not that the other ones were bad, but I found these ones to be a little bit more cohesive and more structured, I guess is the word. Great melodic lead at the 4.5 minute mark was a great lead that kind of picked up my attention. And what else here? Oh, no, that was the next song, sorry. Yeah, well-constructed song I put here. I got some Lamb of God vibes on this song as well, in the vocal delivery and the music. Some bands that these guys remind me of, kind of thinking of that. They have like, I hear some old In Flames in there, some Dark Tranquility. There's another band, Cataclysms, another band I really hear in their music. So if you're familiar with those guys, you'll definitely hear the kind of influences there if you like those kind of bands. So the second track here was Emperor's Curse. That's the one that had the filthy riff at the 2 minute mark, so I'm getting them mixed up. The first track, Great Fire, had the chunky riff, nice melodic leads, well-constructed song. And then Emperor's Curse, the one that had the really filthy riff at the 2 minute mark, some progressive elements, and then the melodic outro, melodic lead around the 4.5 minute mark that really caught my attention. And the third song was A City Risen. The guitar sounded more down-tuned in this, a little deeper kind of tone. Really deep riffs on this one, really liked it. Deep guttural vocals. I found Mark's vocals on this album to be on the lower register, which sounded really aggressive and mean. I liked that a lot. He did have some high guttural vocals in there mixed in there as well, some high screams. He can definitely hit those notes as well. There's some vocal harmonies in there. I guess with the bass player, they said they do backing vocals. Nice layering with vocals in this one as well, I noticed, with some clean vocals. And really loved the flow of the song and the composition. Like I said, they're more structured and they kind of flow a little bit better than the older material. And the last song here, The Plague of Galen. A nice guitar lead, 2 minutes in, I really kind of noticed. I found this one, the vocals were a little bit more level all the way through. I kind of wish there was a little bit more variation in the vocals on this one, more deviation or maybe layering or something. I noticed the vocals on this one were a little bit kind of samey all the way through. Again, better written song, better composition, and less chaotic like some of the older stuff. The main pickup from the newer one is the composition and the songwriting is definitely more mature and well composed, better production. The mix is way better. It's much better as well. So just overall, you can see the maturity in the band after playing with each other for a long time, playing together for such a long time, and gradually just getting better at songwriting and composition. Really loved the first two as well. Not to take anything away from them, but this one, like I said, it's just a better constructed album overall. Just more better composition, better mix, just all around better made. So if I had to give this one a rating, close to a 9, 8.75, 9, really good album. I think this one and this one were the two I kind of kept going back to the most for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I liked all three of them. Been listening to them off and on the last couple of weeks, and I'll definitely keep listening to them more. So like I said, guys, I'll link their Bandcamp down below in the description. Please go over and check out Mark's band. Buy a t-shirt, buy a CD, buy an EP from them. He shipped it out pretty quick, great on that as well. Everything came perfect condition. And definitely go out and support local bands, guys, and check them out. So I wanted to thank Mark again for sending me over these albums. Let me check them out. Mark, I'm sure you'll watch this, buddy. If you do have a copy of your full length, an extra CD copy around, I would love to buy one from you, buddy, and send it over. I would like to have all your stuff. I didn't see any on your Bandcamp page. I was going to order one, but I didn't. I think you're out of stocks, but I'm not sure if you might have a couple CD copies kind of laying around somewhere. But otherwise, guys, I appreciate you watching the channel. Definitely check out the band Aquila. Give them some love and support. They're well deserving. Great metalcore band. I was actually very pleasantly surprised how good they were. Definitely a high quality band, and definitely give them some support. So until next time, guys, keep it metal.